Hi guys, welcome back to SRE. This is a 39 piston port, drag mod ported engine that I did for a gentleman. And he got it and he absolutely loved it. Lots of power, no problem. Then after he had run like 4 or 5 tanks in it, he took out the spark plug and put a camera down in to inspect. And he could see this. Now it was still running fine. He couldn't tell the difference because the piston ring was still free. There was no damage on the bore. So it was still running great. But as you know, that's not very good. So I said, you got to send it back to me. I got to figure out what broke because we use Zenoa bearings. These two items, the cylinder and the piston, is 30° north. But other than that, I use lightweight Zenoa wrist pins, and I use their 32 Zenoa needle cage bearing. So I thought, well, maybe we lost a needle cage bearing. So I looked that all over. Nothing. Everyone is in there. Everybody's happy. So that's not it. I said maybe the end of a ring came off. Well, nope. We can see that they're on there perfect. The ring is perfect. So that's not it. I thought maybe the pin that locates the piston came out. Nope, that's there. So nothing is anywhere where it shouldn't be. So I said, well, let's take a look at our cranks. We build cranks. Nothing that's that small could come off of this crank, but I still thought to myself, let's give the needle cage bearing, a really good look. So I set the rod to the side and I spun it with a screwdriver and then put it to the other side, and there's no needles or any piece of a needle missing out of here. So the guy takes it. It ran great. Well, it ran great the whole time. It never not run great. But once he found that, of course, he got a little scared. I would too. I'm wondering. I think he runs a stock style Losi air filter. Now, if that's the case, he could have got a piece of debris in it. Because think about it, it never scuffed a cylinder. The spark plug, I thought, okay, maybe a piece of porcelain or the ground strap off the plug is bad. So let's take a look at that. Take a look at his plug here. Just took it out right here. So sorry, I had to go back through the house, get the plug. So here's this plug. I don't really see any problems with it. No porcelain missing anywhere. Everything looks okay. I mean, he didn't round his edges off or nothing like that with a file, or maybe he just don't do that kind of plug prep like most of us do. But so here I am with a dilemma. Now, I told this guy that I'm going to fix it, and I will. I'll fix it for him. But in situations like this, when there's no part failure and there's no builder failure, I'm not gonna be able to cover if someone has something like this from now on. Okay, I will be happy to take care of this one for him. Firstly, because it's never happened to me before, and second of all, we really pride ourselves in our customer service, and we make a really good product, and we stand by it. This is the first engine that I know of that has had something like this happen. I had one drag race oval track engine had a wrist pin bearing failure. I had that. So that was my fault. I fixed that. No problems, no questions. Um, and I'm still fixing this for the guy. But I don't think anyone else would in the industry. You know, they're going to say that something came in through here or in through his pipe, something laying in the pipe from a past blow up, and it got drawn back in and blew the thing up, because I'll let you know, he does run a baffled pipe. So it's very possible that something can break off and come in, and when the pipe gets on, when you get on the pipe and it's bringing the charge back into the cylinder, it can always bring in a little piece from in there. So wash your pipes out, boys. If you don't wash your pipes out, you can end up like this. Do I think that's 100% sure that's what it is? No, I'm not 100% sure. Am I 100% sure that it's nothing that I did? Goddamn right. It's nothing that our crank did to it. The crank is flawless. We've had lots of these cranks out running. As a matter of fact, we're over 600 engines now out in the community, and you know, I think one from Steve 30.5 broke, the wrist pin broke, and one oval track 30.5, the wrist pin broke. Other than that, we're golden. So, but if something like this happens to you and you don't know what happened and stuff, all you got to do is call me, guys, okay? We'll work through it. We'll figure out what's good for both of us, make us both happy, and we'll move on. And in this case, I just said send it, because I want to look it all over and see what happened. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Somehow, something came into this motor, one way or another. Don't know how, because I wasn't there running it, but something found its way into this motor. All the needle cage bearings are there on the wrist pin. All the needle cage bearings are on the bottom end of the crank. The ring is there in its entirety with the ends. The ring pin is there in its entirety. Both circlips are there in their entireties. I mean, what else is there, guys? If a main bearing ball came out, the thing would be just locked up, destroyed. So, I mean, this cylinder is usable. It's fine. Just go up in there. We'll clean that squish up a little bit. Cut the bottom. Boom. That thing is back together and running. New piston. Done. You know? Because it can't even... I seen a picture where somebody said, oh, there's something sticking in it. Yes, there is. But it's not a needle. I thought it would be a needle cage bearing, but it's not. I don't know what it is. So, definitely. I mean, you can see in the bottom of the crankcase. I mean, it's immaculate. This shit I build is immaculately clean, dude. I spend time making sure they're immaculately clean. So, all right, guys. Just wanted to show you what was happening. Talk about it with you a little bit. Please leave, your comments down there. Tell me I'm an idiot, don't know what I'm doing, whatever. It's all good.